seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
News 12 is on your side with First Alert Weather.
Today, a First Alert Weather Day, and storms have made it to our area. Several of them, actually. We're currently under a tornado watch. We're checking in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale, who is following all of this for us. And Riley, what do we need to know as we head into the evening and into rush hour? A lot of people going to be on the road.
Yeah, really need to stay weather aware for the rest of this evening, Meredith. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 9 p.m., a tornado watch in effect until 7 p.m., so that commute home could get dicey for a lot of us. Let's take a current look at Doppler Max radar. Here's our latest severe thunderstorm warning that just came out a few minutes ago. This does include portions of Hancock, Washington, Glasscock, and Warren County, places like Mayfield, Mitchell, Gibson. You're included in this, and there's potentially up to ping pong ball size chunks of ice falling from the sky with this cell, folks. So some intense hail has been reported today. Make sure you are putting those cars underneath the garage, carport, anything you can, because these storms are definitely producing a hail threat. Now, this one is in central Burke County. This is just to the southwest of Waynesboro, where we're seeing that main hail core and where the worst of the storm currently is. This stays in effect until 5:15 p.m. and potentially could produce a tornado. This storm is rotating. We're seeing this in velocities, that there is some rotation with that. So another threat we're going to have to monitor. Now, up towards the lake, they're just dealing with heavy rain, some lightning, and some thunderstorm activity there. Nothing severe, but still not safe to be out at the lake, folks. Never want to be on the water when there's this much lightning around. A wider look at the region, you can see we are not done yet, folks. Still going to stay very active through this evening. We'll have much more on that forecast in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Riley. Scattered storms in Atlanta left some damage there, too. You can see downed trees here. A tornado was also reported to have touched down in the Atlanta area this morning. Storms expected to continue in North Georgia and Metro Atlanta through sunset, most producing heavy rain and lightning. Officials say one person died after trees and power lines fell on his car in Douglas County, which is right outside of Atlanta. Family and friends are mourning the loss of 20-year-old Brinley Kitchens, her ex-boyfriend charged with murder. He's accused of shooting her last week just outside of Hephzibah. Friends are still overcome with emotion.
There's no words that we can say to get rid of the pain and the hurt that we just don't understand. We all have another little angel watching over us.
Brady Trapnell spoke with close friends today. They tell us Brinley was the kind of person to help anyone in need.
Friends and family say it's impossible to wrap their minds around what happened to Brinley Kitchens. But as they honor her here at Lakeside High School, her life is making an impact on so many others. I spoke with close family friend Melissa Testino. She knew Brinley for nearly her whole life. Her son and daughter were both friends with her, and the family says she met friends everywhere she went. Brinley was an outgoing, free spirit with no fear and good at every sport she played. Melissa says there were no warning signs either that she was aware of before this incident took place. Family and friends say the situation doesn't seem real, but here's good news. Her sister says Brinley was an organ donor, and she is now saving 122 lives. Melissa Tessino says it's a blessing for everyone.
Whoever gets that heart, I just hope that they love with that heart as much as she did. To know that there's going to be so many people with a little bit of Brinley running around it's a dream come true, really.
People have been coming by here to Lakeside High School to pay their respects and leave flowers for Brinley and her family. And just outside of the high school, the rock is painted in memory of her, and we'll show you how her legacy is making an impact across the CSRA on News 12 at 6 o'clock. Reporting in Columbia County, Brady Trapnell on your side.
So many people, too, leaving messages and photos on social media. A lot of her friends just in shock. Long lines today at a funeral service for Andrew Brown. This was in North Carolina. He was killed by police in Elizabeth City, April 21st. Deputies had arrived at his home to serve a warrant as part of a drug investigation, but he was later shot and killed. Today, civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represents Brown's family, spoke and led a prayer at the service. Brown's family is calling for the full body cam and dash cam footage of the shooting to be released publicly.
It is up to us to make the plea for due process, because Andrew cannot make the plea for his constitutional rights. It is up to us to make the plea for his constitutional rights.
Brown's family shown a short, redacted clip of the incident, but a judge's ruling last week allowed the sheriff's department to share the full footage with family members. The videos will not be made public for at least 30 days. President Joe Biden continues his road trips to highlight the benefits from two ambitious legislative proposals he sent to Congress. Skylar Henry is at the White House for us.
President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden focus on education Monday with a stop at an elementary school.
This is ninth grade, right? Oh, no. It seemed like ninth graders are so smart.
In a trade center at a community college.
Well, the good thing is you guys will get jobs. I mean, that's the beauty of community college, right?
The stops are meant to highlight the benefits of his American Families Plan, focusing on education, including universal preschool, free community college, and helping families afford child care.
The good news is I think there's overwhelming bipartisan support for this. If you look at the polling data, Republican voters overwhelmingly support it. Now I just got to get some of my Republican colleagues to support it.
The White House says President Biden plans to meet with a bipartisan group of lawmakers as he tries to get Congress on board with not only his education plan, but his infrastructure bill as well. Together, the president is asking Congress to spend an additional $4 trillion, paid for mostly with tax hikes on the rich as well as corporations.
I'm not anti-corporate, but it's about time they start paying their fair share.
Republicans say there is a deal to be had, but it needs to be at a much lower price tag and without big tax increases.
Anybody that says this is going to be on just the 1% or big corporations, I mean, that's just phony math. Americans understand that with this kind of spending and this kind of borrowing and taxing, everyone is going to get hit in their wallet.
The White House says if necessary, the president will consider trying to pass the bills without Republican support. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The president used a Senate maneuver known as reconciliation to pass the latest COVID relief package. That move allows the Senate to pass budget bills with just a simple majority. Richmond County deputies need your help looking for this man. Take a good look. The sheriff's office says 20-year-old Nigel Scott is wanted for an assault that happened late last night in the Harrisburg area. He is accused of shooting a man around 11:30 on Eve Street near Fenwick Street. He is considered armed and dangerous and has warrants out for his arrest. If you know him, if you know where he could be, please contact the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen. Today, all mass vaccination sites in Georgia began giving out the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. That's including the one in Washington County where you can drive up with an appointment. They were giving out the J&J vaccines until May 21st. Second doses of the Pfizer vaccine will still be available at the site through appointments. However, first doses of the Pfizer shot will no longer be given. We have a link to register for a vaccine on our website, Wrdw.com. Just search vaccine. They're a new, easy way to help people find vaccination sites. The Biden administration launching a texting service for those interested in getting a shot. All you have to do is text your zip code to GetVax, V-A-X. You will get a text telling you of 3 closest vac sites in your area. Also, phone numbers too, so you can call for an appointment. It'll give you a link with other vaccine locations as well. India is still battling a skyrocketing COVID surge. It is so bad there. Authorities in Western India have converted a train into an isolation facility with 176 beds. That train will serve as a quarantine facility for dozens of COVID patients with oxygen cylinders and air coolers. This morning, India reported more than 300,000 new cases for a 12th straight day. Experts say the only way India can bring these numbers down is by ramping up vaccinations and imposing strict lockdowns in areas with high infection rates. Florida's governor tossing out COVID-19 restrictions in the state. Governor Ron DeSantis signed an executive order today canceling local emergency orders. He says telling people they still have to wear masks and restricting movements even after being vaccinated weakens public confidence in the vaccines.
My message is the vaccines protect you, get vaccinated, and then live your life as if you're protected. You don't have to chafe under restrictions tonight.
Businesses can still require masks and enforce other protective measures, though. A bill that would end marriages for anyone under the age of 18 has taken its first step in the South Carolina Senate. The state set the minimum marrying age 16 2 years ago. One senator now says it's time to take the next step and move it to age 18. A Senate subcommittee agreed, sending the bill to the full Judiciary Committee. With just 6 days left in the session, the bill is unlikely to get through the Senate, but it will stay in place when the 2022 session starts. Veterans in the Palmetto State looking for a job? You can get some help tomorrow. There is a virtual career fair being held for all South Carolina veterans. Several agencies will have virtual booths where you can video chat or even set a time to talk to employers. It's happening from 10 to 2 tomorrow. If you're interested, you do need to register beforehand, and we've got the link to do that on our website. You should be able to see it right there on our homepage. A boat capsizes near San Diego. Now questions raised into where the passengers on board were heading. We'll explain after the break. Riley?
And today is a first alert weather day. We are tracking multiple different severe thunderstorms. We'll have an update on radar and that 7-day next.
The I-team uncovers a deadly cancer trend right here in our area.
They're not taking into account how black women present versus white.
Breast cancer screening guidelines ignoring women of color.
I could have died.
Tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Introducing an innovative flooring product.
Check out this video out of Atlanta. A tree fell on a home there from today's storms. A tornado was reported to have touched down earlier this morning. Riley, we're under a tornado watch currently. Some of us are. How are things looking here?
Well, luckily, we have dodged the tornado threat so far today. We haven't had to deal with any tornado warnings. We've just been dealing with severe thunderstorm warnings that are producing mainly a hail and a strong wind threat. We've had a few hail reports today over quarter size. This severe thunderstorm warning in central Burke County, the main hail threat is just south of downtown Waynesboro. So along that Highway 25 and then Georgia Highway 26 corridor, heading towards Sardis. So Sardis, you're going to be next in line for this. But producing up to quarter size hail, 60-mile-per-hour gusts. And whenever we have lightning around, need to take that seriously as well and getting inside, staying away from windows. Same thing if you're in portions of Warren or Glasscock County. We're tracking a very strong storm between Norris and Gibson. This is potentially producing up to ping pong ball size hail and up to 60-mile-per-hour gusts as well. So this is going towards McDuffie County, heads up Thompson, Deering, McDuffie County, and then eventually going to be merging with these cells, dropping south up towards the lake. So we are tracking some thunderstorms over Clarks Hill, just nothing currently severe, but anytime there's lightning around, you definitely don't want to be on the water, so not safe for boating for the rest of this evening into tonight. Another severe thunderstorm warning just outside the viewing area, but starting to head towards Washington County, so that could be next in line for our next batch of storms moving in here. We still have severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 7 p.m., a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 9 p.m. So even though we haven't seen any severe weather yet here in Augusta, we still have plenty of time to see it. Still a few more hours of this severe weather hazard continuing. Now, a wider look at the southeast, you can see a lot of active severe thunderstorm warnings across the two-state this afternoon and some more storms firing up in Alabama. So these downstream of us going to continue moving through as we progress through this evening. The severe weather ingredients will be there to potentially produce a few stronger storms. Can't even rule out an isolated tornado. Now, the tornado watch extends until 7 p.m. Highlighted in pink here is the severe thunderstorm watch. That goes until 9 p.m. So a watch is just letting you know that conditions are favorable for severe weather to form. If you're placed underneath a warning, that means that's when we're currently tracking severe weather and you need to take action. Now, here's a look at what we're expecting the highest potential to see as far as severe weather threats go. Mainly the threat for damaging straight line winds and large hail. The tornado threat is lower, just still not technically zero. And the flash flood threat, same as a tornado threat, technically not zero, but lower. Now, if you the best way to stay on top of this severe weather threat the rest of this evening, and then again tomorrow, something I haven't mentioned just yet, we have another window for severe storms on Tuesday. The best way to stay on top of it is our First Alert Weather Team app. We post video updates in there. You get all the active weather alerts, severe thunderstorm warnings, special weather statements, anything issued across the area. This is the best tool to have in your back pocket, especially when we are expecting these severe storms. This is the outlook for Tuesday, a marginal to slight risk across the CSRA. So not as high as it is today, but still, once again, not zero. Mainly the threat for strong straight-line winds, isolated tornadoes Tuesday. The hail threat doesn't look to be as big as what it is out there this afternoon for us heading into tomorrow. But a look over, you can definitely see some ominous skies. We're warm this afternoon. Dew points are close to 70. We haven't talked a lot about dew points lately, but it is muggy, folks. It's feeling like summertime out there. And that's adding those ingredients to our severe weather chances. A lot of moisture in our atmosphere. So another first alert in effect tomorrow for the threat of severe storms. Looking better by Wednesday and especially later into the week. Another front moves through, drops off those highs into the 70s for Friday.
All right, thank you, Riley. A boat packed with people suspected to be migrants capsized off the coast of San Diego Sunday. 3 people died, several others are hurt. Officials suspect the passengers were attempting to enter the United States illegally. Michelle Medina is in San Diego for us.
Border Patrol officials believe the boat that ran aground near San Diego Sunday was being used for human smuggling.
Every indication from our perspective is that this was a smuggling vessel used to smuggle migrants into the United States illegally. We haven't confirmed the nationality of the people involved.
The 40-foot wooden cabin cruiser ran aground around 10:30 Sunday morning. A bystander shot this video. It shows people jumping off the vessel before it broke apart on the reef.
People are really risking their lives to come into this country, and we just wanted to advocate that that shouldn't be happening.
Just last week, the Border Patrol announced it would be ramping up operations off the San Diego coast to stop maritime human smuggling. The boat's captain is in custody. Border Patrol agents are interviewing survivors. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas appeared on CBS this morning.
It is a powerful and unfortunately tragic example of the manner in which human smugglers exploit vulnerable individuals. One should not take the dangerous journey.
Apprehensions of those illegally crossing the border by sea increased more than 90% in 2020, and officials say they're seeing a similar increase this year. Michelle Medina, CBS News, San Diego.
Officials believe everyone on board has been accounted for. Smugglers typically face federal charges, and those being smuggled are usually deported. If you work out at home or in the gym, you probably have a fitness app to keep you motivated. Well, coming up, we'll tell you about an app made for the strong.
Introducing and serving you.
This just in, Bill and Melinda Gates say they are getting a divorce. Bill Gates tweeted about 45 minutes ago that, quote, after a great deal of thought and a lot of work on our relationship, we have made the decision to end our marriage. The couple tweeted they will still work together on their foundation. If you're trying to get into shape or trying to get into better shape, you've probably downloaded an app to try to keep you motivated. There are hundreds of fitness apps to choose from, but one stands out from the crowd for a particular type of workout. Jamie Tucker says this app of the day really flexes its muscles.
There are fitness apps that track your runs, your meals, your heart rate. If you work out in the gym, though, lifting weights, you'll find apps that give you step-by-step workouts. But finding an app to track those workouts, well, there isn't much to choose from. Strong is a powerful gym app that does the heavy lifting of keeping track of weights and reps. It suggests workouts tailor-made for what you want to do, saves the data in Apple Health. Now, the app includes its own routines if you're starting from scratch, but it also allows you to add your own workouts. Choose from pre-listed exercises or add your own. Create combo, drop sets, or supersets. In the weight room, the app then keeps track of how much you lift and the reps. It logs it easily in the smartphone app or the watch app. At the end of the workout, the app shows how long you lifted, how much you lifted, and any personal records. All that information gets added to data in the Health app. What I love about the Strong app, though, is how well it works on the Apple Watch. No need to keep your phone next to dumbbells that may crush it. Track the movements on your watch instead. The information automatically gets transferred to the Strong smartphone app. If you like pumping iron, it's the best and easiest way to keep track of your progress. I'm Jamie Tucker, and Strong is the app of the day.
Strong works with iPhones and Android devices. The free version limits how many routines you can track, though. A pro version is $5 a month or $30 a year. All right, check this out. Kroger announcing a new program to make deliveries with drones. The pilot program is starting this spring in the Midwest. The drones can only carry up to 5 pounds and can deliver to customers wherever they are at any time by tracking smartphone locations. Kroger says that means you can have sunscreen delivered to the beach or picnic supplies delivered to a park. Interesting. Something to watch for, Riley. Although drone safety, worried about those getting stolen.
I know it. That is future stuff right there. Jetsons, man. Drone delivery type stuff. A new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Washington County. This does not include downtown Sandersville, but it will stay in effect until 5:45. Another update on radar in that 7-day just after the break.
Including Medicare. Call right now to schedule or online at vitalitymedcenters.com.
Well, how about this? This was a severe thunderstorm that moved through Jefferson County earlier this afternoon, produced a lot of hail. This picture courtesy of Robert Jackson in Louisville, Georgia. Quarter-size hail covering his deck out there. So some pretty intense storms today, definitely producing a hail threat with a lot of them. We've seen a few different reports of hail across the viewing area. Now, this is a different severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for portions of Washington County. This technically does not include Sandersville, mainly just the far western tip of Washington County, as well as Baldwin and Wilkinson County for the threat of nickel-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Now, this is a currently non-severe thunderstorm in central McDuffie County, but it's looking severe, folks. I wouldn't be surprised if they do put a warning on this within the next 15 minutes, especially if you live south of Thompson. Some intense reflectivity, could be seeing some hail and some gusty winds. For us here in the Augusta Metro, just some light rain currently, but we do have some thunderstorms that are dropping south. So get ready here in Augusta, Evans, Martinez, Grovetown. That thunderstorm threat is moving in for the rest of this evening. And then for Tuesday, another first alert in effect for that severe weather potential, mainly timing out for Tuesday afternoon. Looking better by midweek and then especially later into the week. Thursday, Friday, below average highs and sunny.
All right, thanks, Riley. We are looking into what led up to this brawl during a basketball game at Riverview Park in North Augusta over the weekend. Hear who's being charged when First at 5 continues.
When we say we're your first alert weather team, that's our